with the chance to go 3-0 Friday night, 7 o'clock, Hernando, and it is community tailgate night, always a special night for Tupelo. And when I say 7 o'clock, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We hadn't had a 7 o'clock game yet. A little rain last week before the South Haven game came out of nowhere, and it rained really good, and it really messed things up for you, your pregame.
I mean, yeah, I hope we can get to some normalcy this week. I hope the fans can get to some normalcy. You know, yeah, and I thought our kids handled that well. I told them, you know, like, guys, let's just be patient. I looked up, I checked the weather all the time, and I woke up Friday morning to check it. It had been no chance all week. It was 5% chance of rain. Well, at 2 o'clock that afternoon, I noticed the sun was abnormally hot compared to what the week we've had. I said, you know, I'm going to see how hot it is in game time. Then I looked, and it said 80% thunderstorms game time. I'm like, kidding me. And so, and it came. It sure did came. It did not leave until about fourth quarter.
You talk about a game-long rain. But I got to say this. If anybody had fun Friday night, it was our student section. It was packed, and the rain didn't bother them. They were having fun, and that's how it should be at a game. Big win the other night. Got the running clock again, 2-0 against last year's division champion in 1A. Or 6A1, I can't ever remember how to say that. So we really dominated, Coach, just like we did the week before, from start to finish.
I mean, it was similar to the week before because we started off with a turnover first play of the game. We're getting some breaks, and that's what I told our guys. I said, guys, it's not going to happen a lot. Take advantage of every break you got. You know, I'm trying to flip some stuff and some negatives, and I got coaches on my staff who's like, take it, coach, man, just chill. And, you know, played complimentary football. You know, we got a short field. We took advantage of it. South Haven's got a really good defense, and we knew we had to take advantage of those short field opportunities. So we did, and, you know, kind of, you know, a lot of things went our way. We capitalized on their mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes, and you know you can't do that against a good football team.
Just like week one, I felt the game was won up front on both sides of the football. We got pressure. We didn't give up many yardage. Gave up a touchdown late in the game.
Against JV.
Against the JV.
Second JV.
Exactly. So everybody got to play again. So all their yardage came on their scoring drive.
Yeah, actually, we tallied it before that drive, last drive of the game, running clock against, you know, our JV guys. I think they had a total of 15 yards of offense. And they had 67 on that one drive.
Right.
It was actually come from one big play. It was a fourth down play, and we sent some type of blitz and kind of misfit, you know, and that kind of tells you our standard of our defense and our program. And our defensive guys were really, you know, upset about that. We gave up some points. We gave up some points at home because, you know, they want to shut everybody out.
Just like the season opener against Whitehaven, you get some big momentum right before half with another touchdown late that kind of just sealed it at that point.
Yeah, you know, we had a short field opportunity right there. We feel like we could have scored running the ball right there, but we caught a good play with the RPO, and Braylon Matthews did a good job on a little back shoulder fade. That's the thing. I don't think, and somebody said it the other day, I don't think we've seen 60% of what our offense can do. And that's not good or bad. You know, that's not bad.
Right.
We hadn't had to.
Well, you've had two second half running clocks, so I mean that limits you right there.
And you know what Whitehaven did against us, they wanted us to run the ball, give us the box, and that's what we did. Last week the conditions were you couldn't really throw the ball, so we ran it down their throat, and so you know we're excited to get the offense kind of opened up and going. We know it can be special, and we gotta take each of these non-division games to get better. And you know, and I've been harping it in their head like last week and like this week and the next week. The teams that we're playing right now are potential playoff teams we can see in the playoffs.
Hernando Friday night, an old division rival right there. What are the keys to this game? What are you seeing from this team?
Biggest thing is I'm gonna go back to last week. Worry about us. Improve. Don't matter who we're playing. Alabama, Timbuktu. Get offense going. They've got I think they're going to be better offensively than what they were last week. They got a quarterback, number 15. He's committed to Mississippi State in baseball. A really good looking kid, 6'3", 215 pounds. Attack him, stop him, make his night, miserable. That's our plan this Friday night. Have fun. I don't feel like our guys kind of had enough fun Friday night. I think you heard me say that.
Yeah.
They treated it more like a job. That might be the product of what we've created. I just told our guys, I want to have more. I want to see more fun. When somebody scores, I want to see more excitement. When a turnover happens, I want to see more excitement. The keys is worry about us. Play to our standard. We know if we worry about us and do what we do the things like win the turnover battle, win the big play battle, we'll be fine at the end.
In 2 games, you've done that. We did have a turnover last week, the first of the year, and the only one of the game. So anytime you can stay on the plus side of that, you know you're doing well.
That's right.
And for the second game in a row, penalties were not a factor for this team.
Penalties weren't. Played pretty clean football. I don't know if it's because we're playing at home or what. I don't know.
Well, last year we played a lot at home. We had a lot of penalties last year.
That's true. You're exactly right on that point. So I hope it stays that way. It's not going to be like that every week. We really hadn't seen any adversity, and so I'm just ready to see what we look like when that happens.
That you talked about it earlier. That can be good and bad. Because as a coach, you want teaching moments.
You do. You want teachable moments. You want teachable moments that are. You sometimes do and don't want those hardball lessons. You want some that don't affect the win or loss of the game. Right.
You still want to win,
but you got to have some of those of like, hey, this is why we do this. This is why And we've had some. I think a lot of it goes back to coaches have done a good job at practice. We practice scenarios all the time. We want to have every player prepared for every situation. Like, punting out of the back of the end zone. Hey, we're working third downs this day. Hey, we're working red zone this day. Hey, we're working, just this past week, hey, our center goes down. And we got to play the next 8 plays with a backup center or a backup quarterback, and we just want to prepare.
Speaking of preparation, you had a fake punt that you called that was pretty successful. What did you see in the film, or what did you see in the game that said, hey, this is a great opportunity to do this?
Well, the biggest thing is give kudos to Coach McCrory. I mean, he was wanting to do that week 1. He knew, however the team lined up, we can run it, and that we wanted to show it. We want to make teams prepare for it, and last week there wasn't a good time to do it.
Right.
We really never had a punt team out there, and we felt like it was the perfect time. At the moment, I was like, McCrory, you want to do it? He said, that's your call, Coach. I'm not putting that on me. I said, look, let's run it. If we don't get it, our defense is going to stop them. I don't think their offense is that good. We're going to stop them. So let's do it. And didn't know it was going to be a 60-something yard touchdown and highlight reel.
Literally a scamper.
Definitely. I think that probably was the nail in the coffin for the game. And just, they made a 3-and-out stop. South Haven come in there and did a 3-and-out stop. We had decent field position, so I felt like it was good right there to call that. And the right guy caught the ball, right guy got in his hands and went.
What is it when something like that happens that just re-energizes everybody? I mean, not just the players, but everybody else on the sidelines, the stands. It's something about a successful play like that just gets the blood going again.
Well, number one, momentum. I mean, momentum is just so hard to start. Number 2, I think all the analytics and all that will tell you, anytime you get a special teams touchdown, anytime you block a punt, anytime you get a kick return or a punt return or something like that for a touchdown, I mean, the stats show you got like a 90% chance to win. And so I think it's fun. I mean, it's different. It's you don't see it much.
Right. I will tell you this, your punter pulled off the fake pretty well too, because our radio guys were so confused as to what happened.
Everybody, I was watching the back wall and the front wall. I was like, all right, how they gonna block it? How they gonna block it? I was sitting there watching, and I never looked at Gideon. And they said that he faked out about everybody.
He did. He absolutely carried it out to perfection.
Well, I got to give him some more love on that.
Hey, it's a team effort when it comes to executing a play like that. Again, community tailgate Friday night, Hernando. The tailgate will start at 5 o'clock. If you get there early, no big deal. You can start setting up at 2. First come, first serve. I will tell you, don't wait too long, because I know a lot of businesses and a lot of fans are excited and have already reached out wanting information about that. So get there early. You're going to do a walkthrough again. I thought that was a nice touch last year.
That's the plan. Do a team walkthrough. See all the fans, and make sure they get a. Make sure once you go tailgate, you get in the game after that.
That's right.
Tailgate. Don't you be leaving campus and going home.
From the soccer fields to the football field. Coach, this week is NFL. NFL is back. Your boy plays Thursday night, Chris Jones, defending Super Bowl champion, against Detroit. So we asked you last week some of your surprise teams to look out for in the SEC. So we're going to do the same for the NFL today.
Surprise teams. You put me on the spot again, and like I told you earlier, I was wrong on a few of those. I missed out on South Carolina. I don't know. Vandy might be an okay pick. Auburn might be an okay pick. State's got some work to do. NFL-wise, I think the Dolphins are going to improve this year. I think they're going to be better.
Kansas City, the team to beat again?
Until you knock them off. Until you knock them off. But, I thought Philly was the best team last year. Philly, to me, probably should have won the Super Bowl. They lost that game.
Right.
Kansas City didn't win it. Philly lost that game. Let's see how Philly does. I'm interested to see what some of these rookie quarterbacks are going to do. I'm ready to see Bryce Young. I think he's a special player and a special teammate, all the above. So we'll see what he does with his team. Dolphins are kind of main key. Let's see what the Bills do this year again. I thought the Bills were, somebody, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be an AFC team to knock off Kansas City, because, you got Cincinnati, Buffalo that are two legit teams.
And the Jets are a team to keep an eye on this year.
Jets, Jags again. Jags almost beat them in the playoffs last year.
Everybody said they're going to run away with the division, so we'll see.
We'll see. AFC, I feel like, is loaded.
No
NFC
doubt.
is kind of top heavy with Philly and San Fran, and Cowboys still got to prove it. They just hadn't.
They do.
We talk too much about them, and next thing you know, first round they get beat.
There you go.
Every year.
Every year. It's been 30 years since they won a Super Bowl. Let that sink in. All right, Coach. Thanks. Great job Friday night. We look forward to this Friday night. For Coach Ty Harden, I'm Greg Ellis. This is Gridiron Takes.